Hey guys, welcome back. So today we got a 2020 Hyundai Sonata 1.6 turbo. Customer complaint. Okay, I'm gonna read the complaint here. Operation of the vehicle's heating system reports that the cold air comes out of both vents, unable to regulate the outlet temperature. Note, customer noticed that the driver's side blows hot air while driving and the passenger side blows hot cold intermittently. And then at idle stop, the car on both sides blow cold air. Okay, so I let this car idle for a while to just bring up the operating temperature there. So gonna use our aftermarket scan tool right now. Let's do a full system scan just to double check if we have any codes here. Since this is a dual or automatic climate control, we should be able to see what's in the module there, because we have to see if our actuator is also working there. But the way it shows here, um, that the driver's side is feeling a hot air while driving, and that the passenger side is cold air. For me, it looks like this is a coolant flow issue. So this vehicle is also equipped with integrated thermal module. That's the module or the component that regulates the flow of the coolant that's going to the engine, to your cabin, right? So let's wait on this our full system scan and see what we have. And also, I'm gonna use my thermal imager. This is a HEC Micro thermal imager. And let's see how the vents looks like. You can also use your infrared thermal gun, but at least here we can visually see on what's going on. So full system scan is done. What do we have? Um, Telltale lamp. Okay, I don't have to worry about that. Oops, no. Our TPMS sensors, as you can see there, that's on. So yeah, it's all TPMS sensors. Okay. Let's go to our air conditioning. Let's go here. There's no codes, but yeah. Let's go back. Data stream. Okay, so what do we need? We need engine coolant temp, evaporator. What else? Why you're not moving? That's it? Okay, driver air mix. Do you have passenger air mix? Okay, passenger. Then what else? Direction. Okay, let's go that intake. Press OK. Let's graph this. So right now we're at 90 degrees engine coolant temp. And then let's see here. I'm gonna go full hot and then change the direction to, or how to change the direction? This one. This guy? Okay. Phase level direction. Air mix at 99%. Passenger at 99%. I'm gonna go all the way to cold. And I can hear also the motor moving, right? So let me turn this on. Let's put this aside for now. So this is all cold, both vents. And that's our vent there. That's our vent there. That's our cluster, vent, vent. So now I'm gonna change this to all the way hot. I can hear the motor there moving. Let's put more air there. So as you can see there, that changes now. This one, yeah, there's some hotness there. That one too. So right now that's reading. Let me put the laser on. So that's reading around 30 something on the vent, 25. So 20. Okay, that's the 20 degrees. This guy here, 21. This one, 21. You guys can see any numbers there. This one, 24, right? So there's hot coming out here. I don't know what this customer is talking about. Okay, here now. So here, oops, I can feel here that it's cold on this side here. That's cold. This is hot. My driver air mix right now, it's reading at 99 at passenger, the same as the driver, right? So passenger driver right now, this is driver vent. It's 20. Yeah, I can feel the coldness on the passenger directing to my body. So that's around 65, but that's too hot, right? So, okay, here. Oops. 29, more or less. Here, you can see that 15 degrees. You guys can see, or it's too much brightness. Okay, here. You can see that. Oops. You guys can see anything. Well, just take my word for it. That side there, on that vent, under passenger, that's cold compared to this guy. Look at that red hat there on the driver's side. Passenger, cold. So, looks like, for me, this is like an issue, a coolant flow coming from out from the engine going in here. So if I'm gonna raise the RPM, let's see if this guy's changes, right? Because he said that it's while driving. And you can see that clearly. I'm raising the RPM. You see that? The color changes in that vent. Okay. It's going red now. And let me try to the feeling here. Yeah, that changes the temperature. But on our driver's side, you see that that's glowing red there. Compared to our passenger, it's a little bit, but it's changing its temperature. So I don't think this one is an issue with the temperature actuator that changes intermittently or something like that. As we can see on our feedback signal here, on the position of our on our actuator, it's the same as the driver, right? And you can see here, I'm gonna go out a little bit. Left is the driver vent, the right side is the passenger. So you can see the difference there in the temperature just visually, right? And you can feel it. So this thing looks like, for me, it's a coolant issue, flow. So what I'm gonna do first is, let's go back. I'm gonna try to bleed the system on this one, right? So we got, oh, not an actuation test. We're on the AC. So not an actuation test. We're gonna go to our engine. Oh, cancel. That's first engine. Engine. And since this is an ITM, there's a coolant filling mode on this one. So special function, integrated thermal module, coolant filling mode. So we're gonna do that. But I have to let it cool down because we're at 90 degrees right now. Oh, well, earlier on the coolant temp sensor. So I'm gonna let it cool down and then I guess let it run there and see. But clearly right now, see that red on the vent, this one, red. My passenger, look at that. It's not even red inside that vent. Same thing on the other side. Looks like these guys here are more hotter than the inside of the vent. But yeah, so earlier it was not like that, right? It started to come out the same temperature on both vents, but when it hit that high temp, yeah, this one is giving me good heat coming out from this vent, but this one is cold. Let's try again. That's red hot. It's cold there inside the vent. So yeah, I'm gonna let it cool down, and then let's do the ITM feeling mode first. Maybe there's some air in there. If not, I have to recommend to do a coolant replacement and the ITM replacement on this one. Okay, so while I'm cooling down the temperature, um, so our coolant here is full here. As you can see, there are lower. Well, we got heat, so meaning I don't have to worry any um, water flow from the ITM there going to a rad going here. Where's our heater core? The heater core is on that side there, and you can see that the lower end part of that hose is a little bit hotter compared to this guy here. That's cold, and the bottom one, that's kind of hot. So um, yeah, I'm gonna let it cool down first, and we're gonna try to bleed this system and see by using the scan tool and then manually, and if we'll see if we can get some improvement on the airflow on the vents. Okay, so our temperature reading right now 79 degrees. So let's go back and then let's do our ITM feeling mode. Press OK. 79 degrees. Start engine. Let's press OK. Coolant feeling mode entered. And then if everything is okay, start the engine. Right, so let's check first our coolant reservoir. So coolant reservoir here. There's some coolant there. We already checked that earlier. So I'm just gonna leave that open. Okay, so start the vehicle. Press OK. Okay, so it's gonna go through to the feeling mode now. And then let's check our reservoir again. Well, this one is trying to flow the coolant. So coolant here. Looks like there's some movement in here. I guess I need to top this up a little bit more. Okay, so I'm gonna do it slowly. I just want to see where we're at view right now. So we're in the middle. As you can see there, we're in the below the minimum right now. So I'm gonna put more. So I'm just gonna double check too later, because why it's so right now, as you can see, the green color coolant there, it's above max now. And let's just wait until that coolant feeling mode is done. We're at 69 degrees right now. It will stop until it reaches 90 degrees. So since we're here, I just want to check any coolant leaks here. I don't know if this one is equipped with EGR. Where's our intake? Okay, so there's no EGR on this guy. I think. I'm not sure, but I have to check underneath here and see, just to double check that there's no coolant leak. That's why we have to replenish some coolant here. And the customer didn't say anything about coolant leak. Okay, so let me lift up this vehicle and just check underneath. Okay, so we don't have AGR on this guy. We don't have, oh no, there's an AGR. Okay, it's there. I forgot. It's all inside at the back of that engine. Okay, so I don't see any leaks there, which is good. Yeah, I don't see any leaks in here. I know I don't remove the undercover because I don't want to do it too. But so far I don't see any leaks. That's good. Okay, so let's finish the coolant filling mode and let's check again the vents later. Okay, so I'm done with that um, integrated thermal module coolant filling mode. So start this car and we just check our temperature right now because I had to turn it off and then recall that have to do another car. But let's see here. We're gonna pull up the same data like last time. Engine coolant. So we're just gonna use 4 here right now. Graph. Evaporator at 28 degrees. Engine coolant temperature 76. So thermal camera here. Both read it's high 20. Let's see what's the degrees on this guy here. So right now 24. This guy 25. This guy 27. This guy at 19. Yeah, 20. 21. Okay. So start this heater. Blower motor. So right now I have only 2 hands here, so I'm gonna be holding this camera and this thermal imager. Hot. This guy. Yeah, I can feel the hotness there. Okay, so let's see what's the degrees right now. That's hot. This one is not that compared to this right side here. Well, so our evaporator sensor is reading at 18 degrees right now. Right now there's difference between right side, unless this is going to be the same as my GV80. So I'm going to raise the RPM. I think it's just coolant bleeding issue here. And let's check also our evap, oh not evap, like the heater core hoses there that's going to the heater core. Like I said earlier, the top one was a little bit cold. I can still touch it even though we just turned off the vehicle. It should be hot. I'm gonna try feeling this one. Yeah, I got some heat now here, which is good. The question there is why I have to put some coolant there. There's no leak. We cannot find any leaks. And I just checked the history for this vehicle. It only comes here for warranty stuff. So I don't know if someone did a coolant system service on this one and then maybe didn't do the proper bleeding of the coolant. I'm not sure there. But we can see here now on our vents, that both passenger, driver, it's all hot. Let's check the temperature right now. What's the temperature in this one? It's reading high. So it's 45. Okay, around 40. So 39 to 40. This guy, that's 39 to 40. Okay, that's the same. That's good. That one around 40, 39 to 40. This guy, whoops, 39 to 40. So that's good. I feel the same heat here, right? Let me feel this guy here. Yeah, same, the same. That's good. So now on the complaint too, that while driving, the driver's side will get hot, the passenger side will go cool or cold. I'm gonna go. Let's go for a quick drive and just see if there's a change of temperature while driving. Hi guys, so I'm driving around right now. Let me just adjust this heat because right now we're 11 degrees even though it's winter, so I have to turn off the heater. It's too hot inside. So let me turn our heater right now. Fan is on there. Uh, Let me feel here. Yeah, the same heat. I have my thermal imager here. Let's see, I'm just waiting for a drive straight here right now. Thermal imager, as you can see there, both vents are all same color, red, right? 39 degrees. That the other side is what? What's the temperature on the other side? Let me see. I'm waiting for a straight line. Let me feel first. Is it hot? Yeah, that's hot. That's good. I'm happy with that. I know I mentioned about the ITM, the integrated thermal module, that could be a faulty one. But and also I mentioned about a coolant flow issue. In this case, this is a coolant flow issue. You can see there, all red. Let me stay here on the left side. Okay. So let's see what's the degrees on this one. It's hot right now inside. So around 60. This guy, 60, 80, even hotter. Okay, that's good. So yeah, um, just by experience, I know if there's a difference in temperature, especially if we know that. Let me turn off this first because it's too hot. Um, Especially if we have a different temperature reading on both vents. Usually, what you're gonna do is, especially if you have a dual climate or automatic um, AC, scan for codes and then listen carefully on the actuator moving and check your data too if they're all at the same, right? Because sometimes too, um, the data will show it's doing something, but actually the actuator is stuck, right? So there's also a possibility with that. And then what else? And also the way the customer described that there's a difference, the passenger and the driver. I know it could be a coolant issue, flow. And if I test drove that before doing anything, sometimes that during turning, right, you can hear a slashing sound. In my opinion, I think because there's some air trap in that side under heater core or whatever is in there, the water, you can hear water. I got already some cars or before that I thought that uh, clog evap core hose or the drain hose can only cause that, right? So um, I I thought that there's just water in the evap core, but I had a G70 that doing the same slashing sound while turning, and with that complaint, the heat is not if it's not the same on the driver and passenger side. So I just bleed the coolant and everything went fine and no more slashing sound on the passenger or on this side here while turning. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed that video. There's no parts needed on this one. I know I mentioned about the ITM, but um, especially even though it's an ITM fault, make sure also to bleed the coolant first and see if it improved or not. If not, yeah, that's the time you call the ITM. But the ITM also, what I noticed on that one of the symptoms on that was while driving, you will notice, even though you're not operating temperature here, while driving, sometimes it will not give you any codes, but the temperature reading there on our cluster will start dropping. So that's one of the symptoms that I know that it's an ITM fault, right? Anyway, I hope you guys enjoyed that video and let me know what you guys think and see you next time. Thank you for watching.